Hey guys, how's it going? Ronin Man here. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I usually mostly been doing some anime shows, but I'm gonna be doing another movie reaction today. So this request came from one of my patrons. So shout out to Ella. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They requested The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and I've seen this movie before. However, it's been over 10 years since I've seen it because that's roughly about when it came out. I want to say it came out in like 2008, which I can't believe this movie is already that old. And it feels more like 5 or 6 years or something ago. But yeah, that's like the last time I had seen it was about roughly around when it came out. So I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I don't remember. I get the basic idea of the movie, which is we start life being old and then we go younger as we go along. There's a love story involved and stuff like that, but it's more complicated than that. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see if I notice anything different or if there are things that I forgot, which I'm sure there is. And they made a point that no one really has reacted to this movie, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this. If you have not already, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm gonna be doing I do movies every now and then to kind of like break up the monotony and stuff like that. But I mostly have been doing anime reactions, and it's also I do have a Patreon. Obviously, that's kind of where this movie comes from. I currently only have a $5 tier, which will get you a week ahead of time in regards to releases and stuff like that. So hopefully we built this up and I get more tiers and more benefits and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and dive on into this.
I do anything for you, Mom? Make anything easier?
Oh, shit. There's nothing left to do.
Now I get Cate Blanchett plays this character, but what I'm wondering, is this a makeup thing that's on her? Because she at least has like some facial resemblances here. So I mean, if it's not Cate Blanchett, then good job finding someone that had similar facial features. And if it is her, also good job for the makeup and the acting.
I wanted to tell you how much I'm gonna miss you.
Oh,
Are you afraid?
I'm curious. What comes next? They built a train station in 1918.
That has to be pretty rough, watching a loved one on their deathbed, essentially.
When their son was old enough, he joined the army. For months, he did nothing but work on that clock. And their son came home.
See, it's interesting. I don't remember this part at all.
Running back. I made it that way, so that perhaps the boys that we lost in the war might stand and come home again.
Is this like something that actually happened, like with the clock?
Perhaps my own son might come home again. I hope you enjoy my clock.
It definitely makes you appreciate, your parents more, or grandparents, and at least for me, it makes you a lot more curious about like your origin and stories your parents have or your grandparents have.
April 4th, 1985. This is my last will and testament. All I have is my story, and I'm writing it now while I still remember it. My name is Benjamin.
Benjamin Button. The First World War had ended, and I've been told it was an especially good night to be born.
What a time to be alive, whenever wars end and it's like, here it is, this is the end of the war. Nowadays it just doesn't really feel like wars end at all. Like, we've been through quite a few wars. What the holy shit, you just yanked that baby out. This makes me think. This makes me think of like Batman Returns, like when the Penguin gets born. I don't see like what the big deal is here, but at least it's not the Penguin, you know.
You look very handsome tonight, Miss Quinny. Handsome as I ever seen.
These two actors are really great. Aren't they both in
It's awful nice out here.
Hidden Figures? That's the movie.
We best leave that for the police.
Oh, baby. So nobody wanted to keep it. Come on, baby.
He's probably like, can we at least wait a little bit till we introduce the baby to the situation?
You are as ugly as an old pot, but you still a child of God.
And more power to anybody to take a baby under their wing like that instinctively.
Never seen anything like it. Nearly blind from cataracts. Not sure if you can hear. His bones indicate severe arthritis. Some creatures aren't meant to survive.
It's a baby.
He's not a well child, so gonna have to take good care of him.
I had 10 children. There's not a baby I can't care for. He looks just like my ex-husband.
I love that attitude of that old lady. She's just like, there's nothing I can't take care of, and that's pretty awesome. Mothers are really incredible.
I learned to read when I was 5. My grandfather was a dresser for a famous actor. He brought home every play for me to read. The actor my grandfather worked for was John Wilkes Booth. He killed Abraham Lincoln.
Crazy.
Forgive this woman her sins so she can bear the fruit of the womb. Oh, damnable affliction!
How old are you?
7, but I look a lot older.
He's 7. We are gonna get you out of that chair. In the name of God's glory! Rise up!
You could do it.
Come on. Don't touch it.
There you go.
Come on. Say hallelujah.
All right. Oh my god. Oh god. Start playing the piano. Oh man. That was the price to pay to make him walk. I wonder how they filmed this with Brad Pitt. Like,
I live zoo. Go here, go there.
is he just wearing like a CG suit or something, or is his face just superimposed on somebody?
You can find your own way home, can't you? Take the St. Charles line to Napoleon.
No, no. Oh no. And he walked all the way home.
Where in God's name have you been? Get in here.
It had been the best day of my life.
Well, so he got out of the house, which is kind of like, because he's a kid, you know, so he needs to see outside. I suppose when he gets older, it's gonna be a lot easier for his mom to just be okay with him leaving the house.
It was Thanksgiving.
1930. I met the person who changed my life forever.
Now, this is my granddaughter, Daisy.
I never forgot her blue eyes.
Did you know turkeys aren't really birds? It's sad, don't you think? Birds that can't fly.
That little girl's voice sounds like really mature for her age. Like it doesn't sound like a little girl.
Isn't that something?
Again, read it again.
Oh, read it again, please. Who's that?
It's me, Daisy.
Hi. I'm not as old as I look.
You don't seem like an old person. You're different than anybody I've ever met.
Well, you're like 7, same age as him.
What are you doing under there? And you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yikes. Yeah. No one's gonna understand that.
What's wrong with me, Mama?
Come here.
Yeah, he can't understand at that age.
I've been struck by lightning 7 times. Once when I was repairing a leak on the roof.
Mom, did you get that this Benjamin loved you from the first time that he saw you? Not many people experience that.
I've come to say goodbye.
I'm going away.
Going? Where?
Yeah, it's tough seeing friends come and go and stuff like that. But I've also been that friend that came and left. I've done quite a bit of moving this past decade, so it's not any easier being the person leaving.
It's not about how well you play. It's how you feel about what you're playing. Try this.
That's true. As a guitar player, I can like relate to that just because like however you're playing your instrument, people can hear that and kind of hear how you feel.
I felt pretty good, considering.
So weird. That's such a weird look for him.
Queenie would let me go with Mr. Dawes
To Poverty Point. Watch the boats go up and down the river.
It's cool he's up and about now.
Did I ever tell you I was struck by lightning 7 times?
Yes.
Once when I was in the field just tending to my cows.
That's hilarious. It's funny that they're showing it like that as if someone was actually filming it every single time it happened.
Nobody wants to do an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Hey, it's that guy. I forgot his name.
Nobody
Chernobyl.
wants a job.
I do.
Mad Men. It's also great to revisit these movies you haven't seen for a very long time and then realize there's like all of these like A-list actors in there that you wouldn't have recognized at the time of watching it when it came out.
His name was Captain Mike Clark. He'd been on a tugboat since he was 7.
When was the last time you had a woman?
Never?
Never. Tom, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. Never?
He's gonna fix that right away, isn't he?
And by Jesus, you are coming with me.
By Jesus. They're gonna get you laid.
What did your father do?
I never met my father.
You lucky bastard.
Not that you would catch me on any boats, like working on a boat, but if I had to be on one, I would love to work for a guy like that. Just seems like really interesting.
I put on every one of these myself.
How'd you get the ones on your back?
I happen to be a goddamn artist.
But you're a tugboat captain. It was a night to remember.
What are you, Dick Tracy or something? I've got to rest.
I can't.
Not everybody's first time gets to be like that. It's his dad, right?
Offer you a ride somewhere.
At this point, Benjamin doesn't have a last name, right? He doesn't know it. So, Benjamin Button, that makes sense. I wonder if he's going to tell him. I don't remember if he tells him or not.
Benjamin, would you mind if time to time I stop by and said hello?
Anytime. Good night, Mr. Bud.
I'd gone to a brothel. I'd had my first drink, said goodbye to one friend, and buried another.
By the age of 17, done all that.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, I love you too, baby. Be safe.
I don't remember my mom being like that first time I left the house. What's up with that, Mom? Every movie, all the moms do that. She was pretty reserved about it.
He sent me a postcard from everywhere he went.
He went everywhere.
I told him I had been invited to audition in New York City. Another dancing gypsy.
Not that I know anything about ballet, but I looked very good. But she's obviously going a whole different route with her life.
This is no ordinary bird. This is a frickin' miracle.
Her name was Elizabeth Abbott. She was not beautiful. She was plain as paper. But she was pretty as any picture to me.
She looks pretty to me.
I was gonna make some tea. Would you like some?
Oh, no, thank you.
Is she curious? Yeah, she's curious. So are they just kind of like really attracted to each other right off the bat? Seems like they've been spending some time at this hotel or whatever for a while.
And we talked till just before the dawn. And we went back to our rooms, to our separate lives.
It's like they have like a physical attraction, but they really have very different lives, and I think they just find each other interesting because they're so different from one another. It's nice that they both have that genuine curiosity about each other, and that's strong enough to like maintain the interaction.
I think I may have given you the wrong impression. Married women don't customarily sit around in the middle of the night with strange men in hotels.
I wouldn't know what a married woman does or doesn't do.
Nicely played. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm just sitting here talking.
I've met somebody, and I've fallen in love.
That's sweet that she was like still looking. It looked like she was still looking forward to those letters. She seemed upset that that he found somebody.
I was in the water for 32 hours. And when I was 2 miles from Calais, it started to rain. I stopped. And everybody asked me, would I try again? Well, why wouldn't I? But I never did. I can feel the wind in your cheek.
Such an interesting relationship they got going on here. I feel like they're just living in the moment, and it feels like they're aware that it's not going to last. They're aware of the mortality of their relationship. Yeah, they're just trying to like live it up while they can. Obviously, she doesn't know his situation, but she's trying to maximize her time, the time of her youth. It seems like.
Want me to skip some?
Oh, glad he had somebody to keep him warm.
She's not there anymore. Oh wow. I knew it would end, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't remember it just like abruptly ending like that, to where she just disappeared.
Anybody doesn't want to go to war, now's the time to say so. Once you set foot on that boat, you're in the Navy, friend. That's it. Pack your gear. We're going to war, gentlemen.
Well, that's going to be a change of pace. Oh, we got a letter.
She wrote, "It was nice to have met you."
I'm not sure if that was much better than just leaving. I guess the letter, I guess I would have chosen the letter even if it just said that. Oh shit. Is that a U-boat? Fuck, what are you guys gonna do? Okay, you have something at least. Something tells me you're massively outgunned though. Damn. Oh no. Captain. Oh shit. Holy shit. I definitely don't remember that. I fucked him up.
You could be as mad as a mad dog at the way things went. But when it comes to the end, you have to let go.
Man, that was a cool dude too. But I mean, they're at war. It was bound to happen.
I said goodbye to all the other men who had dreams of their own. All the men who wanted to be insurance salesmen, or doctors, or lawyers.
Wow, so he basically kind of just lost everything, huh?
Queenie?
Wow, so he was gone for 9 years? Interesting. I've been away from home for about 8 or 9 years.
Mr. Weathers died in his sleep one night last April.
Mama, I'm so sorry.
Don't you worry about that, baby.
That sucks.
And we're going to have to find you a wife and a new job. That's right. Come on in here, help me with this tape.
What a great mom.
It's a funny thing about coming home. Looks the same, smells the same, feels the same.
Did I ever tell you I've been struck by...
Yeah, I feel that.
Once
That guy's
when
still
I was
around.
Sitting in my truck, just Minding my own business.
Oh my god. We're gonna see all 7 deaths, aren't we? Or not deaths, but 7 lightning strikes.
Oh, excuse me, is Queenie here?
Daisy, it's me, Benjamin.
Of course it's you.
Kate looks so young here.
You stopped writing.
She was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. The most beautiful.
You know, in a rehearsal once, a dancer fell. And he just put it right into the production. I mean, could you imagine that? Like in a classical ballet. You know, there's a whole new word for dance now. It's called abstract. No, he's not the only one, though. There's Lincoln Kirstein and Lucy.
She seems like she's from a whole different world that he's unfamiliar with.
And she told me about this big new world. Names that didn't mean a thing to me. I didn't really hear very much of what she was saying.
Oh, and he's trying to...
They understand our vigor and our physicality. Oh my God, I've just been talking and talking.
No, I've enjoyed listening.
He just tried to show her a little bit of like what he experienced, but then she just gulped it down like it was nothing and didn't have a second thought about it. And she's very, her life is very fast paced while he's just kind of like smelling the flowers. He's savoring in moments. It's like his experience, his general life experience is like, he always has to question his mortality while she's just a normal person who just, you know, she gets to be young. She doesn't have to think about that right now. And she can be caught up in these things that maybe don't ultimately matter in life.
I can imagine dancing completely naked. Have you read D.H. Lawrence? His books were banned.
I feel like he's having a hard time just connecting with her. Like the physical attraction's there, but he's just like where are you? You know, like. Though he does seem like he's like really in the moment here. She's finally, like in her own way, just expressing herself through her art, and he's able to just kind of, looks like he's kind of taking it in.
Sex is part of it.
Be strong, Benjamin.
You're only young once.
Oh, I'm old enough.
Daisy, just not tonight is all.
You are a strong-willed person, Benjamin. That must have been really hard to do.
Benjamin, you remember me? Sure I do, Mr. Button.
Oh, maybe he's gonna get told now.
You're my son. I plan on leaving everything I have to you.
I have to go.
He think he can just show up and everything's supposed to be fine and dandy. Everybody's just supposed to be friends.
She has a right to be mad. She did all the work.
Once I was walking my dog down the road.
I wasn't really paying attention before, but I wonder if every time he tells that story, it's kind of like at a point where Benjamin really needs to hear it. So is he sick though? Is he dying? And that's why he's finally telling Benjamin all this stuff?
You can be mad as a mad dog at the way things went. But when it comes to the end,
just gotta let go. I hope I manage to let go before that happens, though. I've been to one dance performance in my life, and it was a modern dance. So the dance world is very foreign to me. So when I went, I just remember just not understanding what I should be looking at, and so I just like really paid attention to the movements and the way the dancers' muscles would flex, and you know, just all the little intricate little things. And it was really fascinating. But I mean, I have no idea what else I'm supposed to look for, to be honest.
What are you doing here?
thought I'd come visit. Spend some time with you if I could.
What, you want me to drop everything?
He came to tell me his father had died.
Oh shit. All right. I think we're in prime age for Brad here.
Very kind of you to come all this way to see that I was all right.
You do the same for me.
Look at you. You're perfect.
Excusez-moi.
To see me.
Man, it sucks that she's got that complex about her.
Her leg had been broken in 5 places, and with therapy and time, she might walk again, but she never danced.
I know I'm feeling sorry for myself, but I don't want to be with you. Just stay out of my life.
She's been in this world where she has to be perfect all the time, you know, not just in looks, but you know, how she performs and everything. And she just got that taken away from her. And then she sees Brad Pitt walk in. Of course, she's gonna compare herself to him and all that, but I wonder if this is just straight up him now, or does this technically look younger than he was then?
And in the spring of 1962, she came back.
Shit. There you go.
You want to know where I've been?
She looks stunning, though. Kate Blanchett. Holy shit. I usually don't look at her that way because I think in most movies she just has a very... she just looks classy all the time, I think. So I don't really look at her that way usually. I recognize that she's beautiful, but like my mind just never goes there with her. This movie, though, holy crap.
Sleep with me.
Absolutely.
Yes, Brad. You should. Yes, there you go. There you go, Benjamin. Way to go. Way to go, Benjamin.
You still love me when I have acne? When I wet the bed? When I'm afraid of what's under the stairs?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a freaky idea of them going in opposite directions. She's getting older, he's getting younger, and then at some point it's gonna be weird all over again, you know? There's only one area in time where they can like really be together and it's fine, like, which is kind of here, basically. I mean, everybody's relationship has a mortality rate technically, but for him, it is like absolutely apparent that it will have a mortality rate. It's like much quicker.
Hi, Mrs. Carter. It's Benjamin. Where is everybody?
Oh, Benjamin. Queenie died. I'm so sorry.
Fuck. She seems like the person that wouldn't have been just a mother figure to him, but to be a mother figure for the community. I bet she had that energy about her that everybody knew her, and she meant something to everybody.
So even if nothing ever happened, you'd still be right here where you are now.
I just don't like getting old.
It's interesting seeing her transition to now worrying about her mortality now. She was so carefree and very liberal with what she wanted out of life and her experiences and all that stuff. And in a way, even though Benjamin understands, you know, mortality and things like that, it kind of seems like he's becoming slightly more carefree.
She opened a studio and taught young girls how to dance.
There you go. Pass on the knowledge. I can't get over how fantastic she looks. Jesus. Like, she looks like she went through a lot of training for this movie.
Wait. I want to remember us just as we are now.
They really do look like a good couple, though. They look like they...
I'm pregnant.
Oh. I guess that makes sense since the daughter's narrating the story.
How can I be a father when I'm heading in the other direction? It's not fair to a child. I don't want to be anybody's burden.
Sugar, we all
Yeah.
end up in diapers. You be a father for as long as you can.
Yeah, it's gotta be rough. At some point, he's not gonna be able to. But I mean, good on her for being like, fuck that. We're gonna try to do this.
Arrived at 5:38 Greenwich Mean Time. Exhausted but happy. Miss Abbott, how would you sum up in words
Oh.
achievement?
I suppose anything was possible.
Maybe that's what he needed to see and hear.
This Benjamin was my father. And this is how you tell me.
Oh shit. Wow. That would be some way to figure that out.
She's gonna need someone to grow old with.
She'll learn to accept whatever happens. She loves you.
Honey, she needs a father, not a playmate.
But I mean, he's got time until that happens. Damn, that's how you gotta go. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, he did set them up, so at least there's that, but man, that's gotta be rough for her.
I wish I could have told you not to chase some boy. I wish I could have held you when you had a broken heart.
On one hand, I guess it's maybe the earlier he would have done it, the better. Because, I mean, he still had some years to be there. But I guess the whole point was to not be remembered in the first place, so.
Can I help you? Are you here to pick somebody up?
Is?
This is Benjamin. You knew him when you were just a baby.
Hi.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, but Benjamin, I'm an old woman now.
Yeah, now it's like kind of weird. Yeah, now they can't even feel right about it.
Hello. Yes, speaking.
Wonder how young he's gonna look now.
He's in very poor health. He was taken to the hospital. He doesn't seem to know who or where he is.
It's interesting hearing the piano, how old it sounds. I don't remember, is that the same piano that's been there the whole time?
He doesn't seem to like to be touched. He goes in and out of states of recognition. The doctors say if they didn't know any better, he has the beginnings of dementia.
Wow.
I'm Daisy. I'm Benjamin. It's nice to meet you, Benjamin.
Wow, that's kind of sad, actually. Just the idea that we've been through this person's whole life and it's come to this.
He was 5 when I moved in. Nearly the same
Oh,
age
she moved
I
in.
was when I had met him.
Man, this is crazy.
And I watched as he forgot how to walk. In 2002, they put up a new clock in that train station.
You know, she's doing what they all feared that she would eventually have to do, which is basically like take care of him and essentially raise him
And I
backwards,
knew
essentially.
That he knew who I was. And then he closed his eyes as if to go to sleep.
That had to be a number of years that he had dementia then. That must have been like a really hard time. This whole era, like, of them two together is like really sad. That must have been a very rough time.
Wish I'd known him.
You do.
Oh, there's a hummingbird. Is that it? Is that it for Daisy?
Some people are born to sit by a river. Some get struck by lightning. Some have an ear for music.
Oh, that poor bastard. He just chilled at a
Some are
fence.
artists. Some swim. Some know buttons. Some know Shakespeare. Some are mothers. And some people dance.
That's a nice collection of different types of people, I think. And to think that's still just a small taste of humanity, like how many different types of people there are out there. Wow. I'm really glad I got to watch that again, to be honest. Hey guys, Ronan here. I wanted to do an afterthought after I had some time to think about the movie. And because there was just so much to kind of process that I think I was kind of like forgetting to mention certain things. And basically what I wanted to communicate was just kind of like how sad I forgot the movie was, like at the end of, especially at the end of the movie, where essentially we've kind of gone through all the characters, and Daisy was the last one to go, and so now it's like we basically grew up with all these characters throughout the movie from like beginning to end, and now they're gone. So it's kind of like they put the audience through this thing of like getting us attached to these characters throughout their whole lives, only for us to learn how to let them go at the end, you know. It's like they're trying to teach us something about letting go, and it was just really sad, you know, because it's something that we all have to go through eventually in life, and this is another example of that. And all of a sudden, you know, even though the movie's about Benjamin, it kind of felt like he took a back seat to what the story was trying to get across, at the bigger picture, essentially. And yeah, he went through his life, and he learned a lot of things that he was trying to kind of convey and everything. And but ultimately, you know, like, you know, everybody's life ends, and then life goes on, and it's like it feels like we just kind of, it almost felt like this was just kind of like a period piece where we just kind of saw a moment in time with these people. And so for me, I kind of just got attached to everybody, and it was kind of like, it's like, well, they've come and gone now. They were here, and now they're gone, for better or worse. And yeah, it just made me kind of sad. And especially for Benjamin and Daisy, you know, you really just want them to be together and be happy, but it's just like, no, that's not what the story is. There's more reality to it than that. And then it gets to the point where Daisy is on her deathbed, and it's like, you know, it's pretty sad. And the movie kept making me go back through the movie in my mind, thinking about when we first saw her. It's like, yeah, we're at this retirement home where this place of care for, you know, people kind of on their way out. And we see Daisy when she's just a kid. Like, I think they said she was like 5. And then to think that, you know, she's an old woman at this point taking care of Benjamin at that point, and then they're still at the same house. And it's like, wow, it's like, even though, like, for me, I was like, she seems like someone that's going to be doing big and great things, and then she did with her ballet, but she still ended up back at the same house. And it's like, I think we all kind of have in us that wherever we grow up, we want to strive to make it far, you know, whether that means literal distance or maybe in success or something like that. So like, for me, if I had to like guess like where Daisy would go, it'd be like, be far away from this house, and she'd be very successful and have a, you know, nice family, and, you know, all that stuff. And that's not at all like really what happened with her. I mean, she still ended up, technically, yeah, to some extent, yes, but she still ended up back in the same spot, and kind of just like bound to the fate that they were trying to escape to begin with, which was, you know, oh, I don't want you to take care of me too while we had the kids. Like, well, the kids are already grown up and gone, but now you're at this point where you have to be taken care of. So I kind of wonder if like they really could have pulled it off, trying to like raise a kid, and then the kid just understands what the reality of the situation is, and then there's that. But yeah, you know, it does though seem like there would have been maybe like, I don't know, 15-20 years still since Benjamin's death, something like that. Because like, yeah, she was older whenever Benjamin died, but on her deathbed it looked like even more time had passed, like a considerable amount. So I don't know, maybe they could have still done it, but I understand, you know, but unfortunately they let fear kind of make the decision, and they try to make the best decision they could. But and technically everything kind of did work out, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, this movie really makes you think, you know, sentimentally about, you know, your whole life essentially, and it does kind of make you want to go out there and live it a bit. So, and I think that's cool whenever movies do that for you. And but yeah, great movie. I really enjoyed it. And it was still fun to watch all these years later. There's still some surprises. There were things that I forgot. So it was still cool to kind of visit it again. And I'm glad I did. So, but that's it for me. And thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you next time.